Well, it's an exciting time coming up on August the 28th. It's the third annual Ride with Lance happening here in Waterloo Region, and this year the Grand River Regional Cancer Center will be a big recipient of the money that's happening, and we're going to talk a little bit about it right now with two special guests. David Fedy, who joins us, who's the chair of this year's race, yes, and working with us. And also, you may recognize the gentleman sitting beside him. Well, maybe if he had the hockey gear on, you'd recognize him. David Clarkson is here, former Kitchener Ranger, and of course with the New Jersey Devils now, and we can say participant, or hoping to be participant in this year's Ride with Lance program. Welcome to both of you.
Well, thank you very much, Susan. Happy to be here.
You know, it's great that this is the third annual, and this year the Ride with Lance changes a little bit, David, because this really becomes Waterloo Region's own race with Lance Armstrong coming up.
That's correct. It's our third year, as you mentioned, and the first 2 years there were other participants involved. So this year we were pleased to bring along Pediatric Oncology Group of Ontario, which is why we were able to twist David's arm to join us. And this year we're very happy to announce that all of the proceeds will stay locally here. So we're very thrilled about that.
Yeah, now, David, this will kind of be like your off-season training for you, you know, that big long ride with Lance Armstrong. And you've been so involved with a program that you set up after you moved on from the Kitchener Rangers and have kept your local ties with a program called Clarky's Kids. And this is a great program that you're working specifically with the Pediatric Oncology Department at Grand River.
Yeah, it's something that, you know, this community was so good to me when I played here, and it kind of became my home. And when I was fortunate enough to move on, I kind of wanted to keep helping out in the community. And when you meet these kids, it just breaks your heart, and you become best friends with some of them. And so it was something that the Kitchener Rangers really helped me out with, and something I always wanted to do. And I'm fortunate now to do it and just kind of get to know these kids.
Well, this is a special little guy that I happen to know that you're teamed up with here. Friends of ours, their son battled leukemia, and you went to visit him, and he was part of the Clarky's Kids program. This is Dawson. And I know firsthand how important that visit, that program, that trip to the Rangers game and, you know, in the box and everything, at a time when everything is so not normal in their lives. This is a chance where they just get to go out and be hockey fans and enjoy something fun and be like normal kids for a while, and that means so much to them. And
I think that's the biggest thing. Is this year we had two of the kids come down to New Jersey, watch games. They came in the locker room after the game, met all the players, and you know what? It's, you know, one little thing of saying hello, we're going up to these kids, it makes their day. Or you give them a puck or a stick, and it makes them inside. You know, they feel so happy to meet you, and it's a little thing for you to do, but it means the world to these kids, and that's why it means so much to me to be able to help out.
And this is just one of the great programs that we have going on here in the region, David, with, you know, the great center that we have, the Grand River Regional Cancer Center, which is just phenomenal. And we hear wonderful things that are happening there, and it's because of events like Ride with Lance that we're able to put that money into this center and make it a world-class facility.
Well, that's absolutely correct. We're not only able to put the money in, we're also able to give them the profile and make them world-renowned, and Grand River Cancer Center is becoming that way. And we are fortunate, and it's through relationships of our sponsors, Research in Motion, and in particular their co-CEO there who's very good friends with Lance, and we're very fortunate because of that relationship to be able to bring Lance to town not only once but 3 times. And we'll see about next year, but we'll get this one done first. But we're very fortunate indeed.
Now, the whole idea is that people raise money for the opportunity to be one of the people that will actually ride with Lance Armstrong when he comes to the region in August.
Absolutely. We have a limited number of riders. We're, as of this morning, at about 46 riders. We have room for at least 10 more, and we'll see beyond that. We're limited by the number of riders that can be out on the road at a given time so that we don't hold up traffic all day long. But last year we had 58 participants. Each of them raised a minimum of 20. Most of them exceeded it, and we were able to raise over $1.6 million in last year, and we want to exceed that this year. So we have room, and people are able to go onto our website at ridewithlance.org and sign up and pay their entry fee, and they'll have the opportunity to ride. It's 120 kilometers, so it's not for the Sunday cyclists. Dave's going to find out, as I did last year, that you know, some of us will be at the back.
Well, I said I don't think there's a gel seat big enough that would get me through that long of a ride that I could make it through to the end. But you've also got some special things that are happening for the top 5 fundraisers in the race.
The top 5, when the pledges are cut off a few hours before the ride, the top 5 will be announced, and the actual top fundraiser himself will get a yellow jersey signed by Lance, and the 5 will get to sit at a table with a private dinner with Lance on once the ride is complete.
You know, I was on the website today just looking at the profiles of the riders. Yours was there as well, David, and I see that you're still in the fundraising mode. People can support you too if they want to. But you have a comments page there, and there was one of the fans that had supported you that said, "What you're doing off the ice is even more impressive than what you've done for the Devils on the ice. Thanks for everything." And I think that's the great thing, to see people such as yourself jumping on board with this and realizing the importance of, you know, getting that money here so that we can do these great things in Waterloo Region.
Yeah, no, I was honored when this had come up, and it's something that it's in this community, and this is, I'm born and raised in Toronto, but Kitchener's more home to me than Toronto is, just because of how the people here have treated me, and to be able to help out in that way. And I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it's a long ride, and I'm like, you know, 40-second shifts in hockey isn't the same as a long ride like that.
See, I'd be nervous because of the spandex jerseys that you've got to wear. I don't know. This is from last year, but you get the jerseys. You can ride with Lance. There's the website to go to for all the information. Or if you're like me and maybe not going to ride the whole thing, you can support the people who are riding and doing the great things for all of us here in Waterloo Region. Thank you so much both for joining us. Good to see you. We're back in a moment. Stay with us.